Mojúbà Elédùmarè ẹlẹ́dàá ìṣẹ̀dá ayé ẹlẹ́dàá ìṣẹ̀dá ẹ̀. Mojúbà gbogbo òrìṣà tí ń bẹ lálẹ̀ Ifẹ̀, àwọn elú. I pay homage to the creator Elédùmarè ẹlẹ́dàá ìṣẹ̀dá ẹ̀. I pay homage to all my ancestors. Nínú fídíò mi yìí, it's going to be a mixture of Yoruba and English, so that be easy for non-Yoruba speaker to understand. Àkọlé fídíò yìí ni Exodus, Isoda or Ikodja, and continuation ti Ethiopia video tí mo ṣe. So kí n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, mo kàn fẹ́ fi máàpù ìmọ̀ apá mòdì yíká mọ́pá mòdì máàpù eléyìí jẹ́ máàpù tapósì mi, map of ancient Israel. Apá ọ̀tún, map of Yoruba land, bóyá 16th century. It's the same map, but wọ́n ti credit ẹ̀ fún modern day Israel that was founded in 1948. So I don't want to go into details, just want to show us that this is map of West Africa, showing the Yoruba land as original Israel. This present day Lagos, ó ṣì wà ń bí báyìí. Lagos yẹn ó ṣì wà ń bí. Yasiriel-u, meaning of the Israel itself. Yoruba land is the Israel. Àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ ní Israel. The people are the Israel, not the land. The people are referred, or sọ pé land of Israel. The people that live there are the Israelites. Yasiriel-u, Yasiriel, àbí Yasiri òrìṣà Yasiri. Ìtumọ̀ náà ni pé the custodian, the people that are the custodians of all these gods. That's just the meaning. 401. The translation of Israel ni pé to wrestle or contend with gods. Someone that will wrestle and fight a god will have seen the god, or at least see a sign. So that's what it meant. And in the ancient Assyria text meaning ni pé a man that sees God. So mo kàn fẹ́ fi hàn wá sìn another meaning of Israel. Oni or any Yoruba tongue, you can say Onia or Enia. This is like Yoruba general word for a person or someone, any. This one. Well, this Oni is more like Araoke tongue, Aramic. Àwọn Araoke. Any or Oni or any Siri, Elu or Olu or Orisha. Meaning, you can shorten it to Osiri and Omi-osere in modern Greek. Bá ṣe máa ń shorten ọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn. Látinú èdè Yorùbá, Latin Yorùbá is tá bá ti short àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn like oh my sorry. So like even in this modern times, let's say like in Lagos, the conductors of buses ní Èkó tó bá fẹ́ pe èrò wọ inú ọkọ̀, they want passengers to enter their vehicle. Let's say there's a place called Yasiriel-u. Instead of Yasiriel-u, that's that's the way they call passenger in. Then they will just say, they can just say Yasiriel, like okay, let's for real, Leko. Ibi kan wà tó ń jẹ́ Oṣòdì. Mo ti máa ń gbọ́ many times, ó máa ń pa mí lẹ́rìn. Let's say they want to usher people into the vehicle, passengers and people, and they are trying to say this bus Oshodi ló ń lọ o. Instead of saying Oshodi, 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 some of them will say Oshod, Oshod, Oshod. So, and people will be rushing to catch this bus. So I'm just taking that as an example. So Yasiriel-u or Orisha is Yasiriel, Ysrael, Yasiri. So mo ti explain here. So now to go back to my main topic. So mo ti explain the lens. So mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ pé nípa Exodus yẹn, the movement of people, and I want to explain the meaning of Exodus. Tẹ́ bá wo meaning ní bíbáyìí. Then I will explain it to us in Yoruba. According to Old Testament, they use Greek a lot because the scholars have translated it using Greek, modern Greek, and English in most cases. So they have made us to understand that Exodus means like going out, procession, and somewhere that you want to pay pathway, departure, migration of large body of people from one country or region to another. This is actually what they translate what they translated it to in 1620, and to go away, mo kàn fẹ́ sáré quick meaning. Anyway, like a way out, departure from a place, migration, a way, path, road, a ride, journey, march, figurative, way out means a word of anyway. But in Yoruba meaning, I'm going to explain it in Yoruba. Oops, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's not what I wanted to show us. Okay. So Isoda or Ikodja. Why to blur? Oh gosh. Why is it blurry? Okay. Isoda, Ikodja. I'm going to place Ikodja as well. It could be Soudah. Okay. So Isoda, I'll leave it as Isoda or Ikodja, meaning crossing, the crossing over, or usually when you want to cross a road, Passover. That's the meaning of Exodus. And I've explained to you about that's where the meaning of Ethiopia came from. Etiti Òkun Pupa ti pínyà. Eti Òkun Pupa pínyà. Ethiopia. Mo ti sọ wípé this ya ó dẹ̀ lè jẹ́ ya. Mo ti sọ ìtumọ̀ etí òkun pupa, and I've mentioned that when we want to talk Yoruba people, they shorten words and it becomes Latinu èdè, Latin, and tó bá ti sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. So it's very easy to forget all this word. And then if you tell someone Ethiopia means the place where the Red Sea parted. That ìtumọ̀ Ethiopia nìyẹn. Then they'll be wondering, like, explain it in Yoruba, explain. Then they won't be able to explain this anymore because they have forgotten that that is the meaning. So they have cut all these prefix and suffix and to form a shorter version. And the way I've used bus conductors in Lagos to explain. So the crossing of the Red Sea is still in the tradition of this Edo people in the Delta area, and I showed us a new previous video. I showed this way. This is the celebration of the crossing of the Red Sea. This is the Olu of Warri. Celebration of the Red Sea, where the Red Sea and the Blue Sea parted. And it's always done, they still do it every year. And I want to show us the map. This is map of Ethiopia. At Africa at one time was Ethiopia. Before, then after it became Africa. So if you see the Red Sea, it's somewhere in this location, somewhere in this axis. And at the time, the village Ethiopia itself is still there today. And I'm going to show us, it's in this delta area, still there. So it goes all the way to lower Ethiopia. This is upper Ethiopia. But as time goes on, all this area became like Guinea, Guinea. And then these places became just Ethiopia, just wọ́n kàn wá di pé òun nìkan ló wà ní East of Africa. But I look at Ethiopia Sea. This is Ethiopia Sea. Ethiopian Sea. So I want to show you that there's still this Ethiopia where it starts in part of where it started in Nigeria. And I'm going to open it. This is Ethiopia East in Nigeria. I just scroll it up. And it's in the delta side of Warri. And it's here. It's still there. Ethiopia. And that is it. And it's the whole of the is it southeast of Nigeria. So like Yoruba side. So it's still in the Delta State area. And that's where the Red Sea parted. And this movement to Canaan. As you know, Canaan was ancient old Calabar. I want to show us this. I think I might be able to. So old Calabar was Canaan. Is it old Calabar? Yeah, Calabar used to be Canaan. I think I've explained the meaning of Calabar to you one time. Calabash. So probably in those times they make law of calabash, and the Yoruba is ikoko labe, kolabe, ikoko alabe, something. That's calabash. So that was another trading area in those times before. That's where the Israelites were, the Yasiriel-u. They stayed there in that Canaan. It was founded by those people, and some people returned to Ife. Bible just always not explaining deeply. It's just like be summary, um, commentary or something. So only that is it. And when they say that the people spend 40 years in the wilderness, it is possible. And the people that help them to actually escape this, go through the Red Sea. I think I've said it one time. The Omo-Osun. Why was the Pharaoh will not let them go? Pharaoh itself means Ifá orí awo, Ifárawo, àwọn onífá, but Ifá mẹ́rìndínlógún or Afa or Ẹ̀fá. So they are all different kind of that Ifá. So Ifá Ọ̀rúnmìlà is the Yoruba one, and it's 16 Odus. So with these 16 Odus, this they all live in ancient Egypt. And I told us about Egypt, that Egypt simply means okay or ake, apata, ake, apa, ata. That's height or rock or height of Petra or something. It means it's a shrine where the god Obatala's shrine. And though it's also called Kemet, and that's where we arrived at chemistry, mystery. Anyway, I don't. So they left this Egypt because of religion conflict. Àwọn bóyá àwọn ní Ẹ̀fà, Àfá, they just fighting each other with Ifa people or Rumila. So they think the sun god is above all other gods and all that. So the Olosun, because of the name of Moses, where he was driven out from water, no, he was Olosun, Omo-Osun. So the leader of Osun, they are the one that led this àwọn ẹ̀yà Sírí kúrò ní Egypt. And mo ti sọ rí pé Egypt at the time is this present day Warri. It was in this axis, and it leads all the way to Enugu, where you still have the pyramids. And I told you the present day Egypt is just a museum. There's no activity of the gods. Maybe later the new settlers, like the people that settle in Middle East, are called Israelites. Maybe that's the way people I want to settle see modern day Egypt too were called the real Egyptians. So anyway, so Omo-Osun fought for the Onifa, Olosun, and all that people to cross. And I even want to show us something. And you see, this is the ancient Osiris, Onisiri. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ fún wa pé the Egyptians and the Israelites, they are one people. It was just conflict that is separating them, making want to look that they are evil. And the first person that went to become king in Egypt is Onisiri, Ori, Oni, Ori. So it was the Israelites themselves that founded Egypt. And then when they were there and there were conflicts, they left. It's not the whole of Israelite that went to Egypt. So, and it's not the whole of the Israelite that left the axis. So that's the story. But the scholars that came to Africa's soil in that 18th century, they didn't record, they messed up things a lot, brought a lot of confusion. And Onisiri, Osiris, Osiri, Orisha. Not going to explain it now. This is it. Onisiri Orisha. Oniri Orisha. Onirisha. Osiri or Yasiriel-u, Yasiriel. Ìkan one that sees Orisha. The nation that see Orisha, that are seeing Orisha, that means they are the custodian of all the 401 Orisha on this earth. So they are the ancient people. So torí ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe sọ pé Yorùbá are the oldest. So they know all the history of any god on this planet. They have their history. And if you see the headgear too. So, and putting this sign of snake in those times, it a sign of honor. Honor. If you know the story, I mean, if I go into details, the story behind snake. Okay, let me quickly, that there was the time that snake don't bite. They don't have eyes. They're just there. And people will go to the farm and use them to tie their woods that they are carrying on their head. So one day, the snake went and complained to Ẹlẹ́dàá that they have been killing all his children and pé ó ti sú òun, so ó wá fún ní àṣẹ. So one day, somebody just took a snake that is going on its own to tie their firewood and just realized that the snake bit that person, and it started happening all over the place, and the whole village then come together and say, so it became Oloro, so it became a animal that two can strike back. So that's the story of that. Anyway, what else can I say? So I've mentioned this, the crossing of the Red Sea. So to finally finalize my video, they have the scholars, this story, they have messed up with the ancient Egypt, the story of the Egyptian Adetutu Mosere, Tutmose. They have what he merge with story of Omo-Osun, Moses. That's another is called Moses. Adetutu Mosere, their own time, what happened was that there was a drought in the area they were staying in that time. Probably they were the one that built the Sudan pyramids and the Enugu pyramids. So there was drought that lasted for like 5 years, and they have to return to Ife. So that's that story. So it's two stories of Exodus. The one that there was drought and everybody has to return to Ife, and the one that the crossing of the Red Sea, tí gbogbo wọn padà sílé. So, and if you see àwọn tó padà sílé ní ti Exodus, ti crossing of the Red Sea were the Jebus. The remaining people that still remain in the houses are like the Chekiri, the other people. They might say they are not Yoruba, but I've kind of explained we still have the Yoruba people and Neoma or something in the southeast area. So I think I've explained this video enough. And I so much thank you for listening. Thank you so much. Even if the video is not that great, mo ti sọ nǹkan the fact tí mo rí. Ẹ ṣé.